We looking good, and I mean, it's very different from last year because we have like a bunch of young guys, but I mean, they bring in like the intensity and stuff, so we look good.
Last year, you kind of flipped the script. You went from being 2-7 to 8-3. What did you learn about that, or what did you learn from last season that you can apply this year to take it a step further?
Leadership out of our quarterback, Bodie, and not to have like such like bad meltdowns from last year and just keep our cool.
You know, they talk about learning how to win is like one of the toughest things to do, especially on the high school level. Do you feel like this program has figured out what it takes to win on a Friday night in the SAC? And if so, how does that bode well for this upcoming season?
We have learned, and BJ has learned a lot from his 3 years from being here. So I mean, and the team is like locking in, and BJ being more hard on this. So we are what's the word, like buying into it.
Yeah.
So and it's gonna look good this year.
When you take a look at the expectations that are now on this program, how do you handle it now? People are circling you on their calendars, and you're, instead of going from the hunter, you are now one of the hunted programs with the expectations being this high. How do you handle those expectations?
We like it. We like a little challenge, so we're handling it pretty good.
You take a look at this offense, man. A lot of skill position players, a lot of weapons. Obviously, you're looking for a quarterback, but everybody sets the tone of the offensive line. So, how do you guys go about setting the tone, and what's the key to making sure that you guys are sound up front to make sure that everybody that does touch the football can utilize their talents offensively?
Make sure that all five of us do our jobs and do them well, and execute, and just punch them in right in the mouth from the first play.
Final question: if there's one key to the season for Northside, what would it be?
Fast, smart, tough, and disciplined.
Last year, I feel like we was very talented. We worked hard, but not hard to finish the job, and that's probably it.
So it's kind of the focus this year then to finish and make sure that like you guys are ready for the fourth quarters.
Definitely, we've been running a lot this year, conditioned a lot. I feel like our whole team is conditioned, less injuries as a whole.
When you take a look at the defensive side of the football, that's your side of the football.
Yeah.
So tell me about what stands out to you about this defense. What are going to be some of the keys to putting up even better defensive numbers on Friday nights this fall?
On our defense, we're just not playing the best guys. We're playing people who want to learn, people who are going to do the job and listen to the coaches.
Give me some names and positions of guys that are going to be playing bigger roles for you guys defensively this year, and who's impressed you so far in camp?
Defensively, corner-wise, I'm going to say Kendall Benson. He's an upcoming junior. He's impressed me a lot. Jamari Pearson, he stepped up.
Yeah.
He's going to step up big time. And Tristan Newsom. Also, RC has stepped up into a leader role.
When you take a look at the expectations now, you know, last year was a huge season for you guys taking a step forward, but now you're kind of, instead of the hunter, you are the hunted. You are one of the teams that people circle on their calendar on Friday nights. So how do you go about handling those expectations, and how does that pressure or expectation fuel you guys to make sure that you live up to that potential?
It just makes us want to win. Like, we know we're one of the most hated teams in the cities, so we just got to work hard, prove everybody wrong still, since we really haven't won anything.
All right, final question. If there's one X factor or one key to the season for Northside, what is that in your eyes?
Stay disciplined.
I really just like that we're coming together as a team, as players, and you know we're building unit strength as players, and that's one thing that me as a leader, that's one thing that I say to the players. You know, I just want us to be a unit, and we all have unit strength. You know, everybody go out there with the same unit strength, the will to compete, the will to want to win, because that's going to carry you in the long run. It's going to carry us to whatever our goal is. So it's really just, I just like, you know, we're all becoming a unit. We're all becoming a family, and that's the first part to just taking the step that we're trying to take, getting over the hump that we're trying to get over at this point.
Yeah, playing off that, you guys went from 2-7 the year before to 8-3 last season. What was the key to flipping the script, and what did you learn from that process that you can apply this time around to take it a step further this fall?
The key, you know, just the key to flipping that script was just, you know, to have a short memory, you know. Like, you know, we had a 2-7 season. We couldn't control that, so, you know, we had to have a short memory and come back and build off of everything that we could, you know. And we took a lot of losses that year, so we used them as lessons. And, you know, we feel like we're going to do the same thing this year, you know, based off of our 8-3 season last year. you know, just every loss, every disappointment, we're going to use it as a lesson, have short-term memory about it, and, you know, we're going to move on from that and just keep building.
I see Bodie over there. Obviously, one of the priorities is going to be replacing your quarterback. You got a lot of skill position guys, but you got to get the football to him to make it happen. So where are you guys offensively and finding that quarterback position? I mean, I've heard thoughts of you maybe playing quarterback as like an option quarterback. Where are you guys in the QB position? Because obviously you have guys that can make people miss when they get the football, but you got to get it to them first.
Yeah, so you know we actually have a quarterback right now. You know, as far as when I'm out, and you know he's a new quarterback. This is his first year. He's been here for 4 years, so he knows the program, he knows the system. You know, Dylan Scheibel, we're just looking to get him very comfortable. Make him very comfortable as he can, you know, so he could just go out there at ease. He still knows the system. He's been here 4 years, so, you know, we're just wanting to get him very comfortable so he can do his job. And then, like, when I come back, I'll play a little bit of option quarterback too. But for right now, Dylan Scheibel, he's behind the center, and, you know, he's working. He's getting better every day.
How much are you looking forward to this upcoming season, being a senior, being that you guys have kind of taken this program from the ground up with Coach Johnson and built it into what it is? Just how much are you looking forward to a year like this where the expectations are on you and you are expected to win games?
You know, I'm looking for it really because, you know, pressure's on really. And I wouldn't even say pressure's on. It's senior year, and we went through the rebuilding step. We went through the come-up year, so, you know, this is the year we finally got to put it all together, and that's what I'm most excited for, just to see how everything comes together, how our team comes together, and, you know, just how we build off of last year with the success we had last year. And, you know, just getting to go to state championship. So,
what I like most about it is our seniors is a tight-knit group. This is probably the tightest knit group of seniors that I've had since I've been here, and they got great leadership, and they just leading the way, and that's the first thing that stand out the most.
You take a look at last year, you go from 2-7 to 8-3. What was the key in that jump? Because when you talk to high school coaches, the toughest thing is learning and teaching kids how to win, how to get over that hump. What do you take away from last year, and how did you make that happen? And how do you take it a step further now that these guys understand what it takes to win now in the SEC on Friday nights?
So when I first got hired, you know, I kind of got hired a little late, and it's, you know, when that process happens, and then hiring coaches, because you know you gotta have great assistant coaches. So then that process of getting assistant coaches, that took a while. And then we finally got out here, and then we dealt with a lot of COVID issues year one. So then last year was my first year ever having full off season. Coaching staff still was in place, and we just got to it. It was a all year thing. We preached multi-sport athletes, and the kids that wasn't in the multi-sport, they was in the weight room getting better, film study. We just went a whole 365 plan, and it showed with winning 8 games last year and getting over that hump. And our kids just had to believe. So we preached that a lot last year about believe, and we was able to pull out some wins that we haven't done in a while here at Northside. So now they do. So I could tell you our off season now was even better than last year. So just looking forward to the season.
Yeah, how do you make sure that they're ready to handle the expectation? Because going from 2-7 to 8-3, now you become one of the hunted instead of the hunter.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of a flip in the mentality. So how do you make sure that they're ready to handle? Because now there are outside expectations on this team to be competitive and win conference titles, win sectional titles, and do even more perhaps.
Oh yeah, we set lofty goals around here. We're gonna play to win, and we're gonna play winning football, and they know that everybody wants to beat us. So, they know why I'm harder on them, why our assistants are harder on them. And, they're just reaching, what we need them to do because, again, every Friday night, nobody's going to lay down just because we're at Northside. We still haven't done enough yet, So we still got a lot to improve on, program-wise, and we're going to get there. So that's it.
When you take a look at the quarterback position, obviously you have a lot of skill position guys, but you got to get on the ball.
Yeah.
Where are you at in the quarterback position, and what does that battle or what does that position depth-wise look like at this point?
We're going to go with this kid named Dylan Scheibel. I'm very excited about him. He's been in our program. He's been a receiver. He was our punter as well last year. Kid is just a very smart kid. He knows where everybody's supposed to be. He knows the offense in and out. He's going to be like another coach on the field. He's also a great leader. The kid is I'm just excited for him. He's like the number one player I'm excited about this team because a lot of people don't know who he is, but I'm sure he's going to have a great season for us. So I'm excited for him. And then we got a couple other guys we're going to throw back there just to switch some things up, but he's going to be our guy.
And I heard Tae also maybe getting some snaps at the QB position.
Oh, absolutely. Tae has a whole package back there. We have a 4-star player, and we're going to use him.
I love it. Final question, if there's one thing that this season hinges upon for Northside, there's one big X factor for you guys. What do you think that is this fall?
We want to win them all. We want to win them all, and we want to play winning football, and we want to make sure that our seniors got scholarships at the end of the year, and our junior class is getting scholarships. So that's our goal: win them all and get these kids scholarships.
Anything else you'd like to add?
We the North.
Boom.